All right, hey everyone, I have a quick video here regarding a headlight, not quite a removal, but repair of some of the tabs on a headlight. I had an incident at the track recently and hit a barrier, VIR turn 1, pushed the headlight in. Obviously it bent the fender, scratched the bumper. I had an expel on it, so I was able to remove a lot of the paint that ended up on it. These pieces will need to be eventually replaced, but as I have inspected the damage, there were two key components that broke off. One was a bracket that sits right here. That was kind of bent, almost broken. I took it off, and that's gonna have to get fixed. And then there's another bracket on the headlight that sits right here that also broke off, so you can see it on the other headlight. It is in place here, and it's a little bit more difficult to see, but right there. So consulted with a few people, everyone recommended JB Weld, so I'm gonna go ahead and weld those back in. Glue, they should be super strong. Right now the headlight is held in place by there are 3 bolts. One is up here, that's sitting on this bracket that's attached to the top of the frame, and there is a bolt right here behind the wire, and then there's another bolt back there, a little bit more difficult to see, but those are the 3 main bolts that hold the headlight assembly in place. Without them, it sits in place quite well, but there is a little bit of a movement, especially on the top. So as soon as I have these attachments back in place and I'll be able to secure it, I've released it for now, just to be able to get myself enough space here to cleanly attach it and let it mend without any stress on it. So that's been loosened up. That's going to be eventually then reattached. And from what I could tell, the headlight is operating well. There intermittently, I would get a headlight failure error, which I think was caused by when the headlights was pushed in. Here, there's the connector for the headlight seems to be running up against this hose, and I think what happens sometimes is when the headlight was pushed out, it was probably interfering with the wiring and the connector. So haven't had the issue most recently, so I'm going to leave it in place and just hope that the headlight continues to function. If not, then I will have to replace it. But that's pretty much it. That's all you would need to do. Excuse me, to remove the headlight. It is done a little bit more easily if you can take the bumper off, and I'll put in a separate video that I just made into the link on how to remove the bumper if needed. So hope that was helpful. If there are any questions, post in the comments below.